Welcome everybody to another very quick tutorial on understanding cyber threats. Today we're looking at the letter P, as in P is for portable media. Now in 1986, IBM introduced the 3.5-inch floppy disk with an impressive 1.44 megabytes of storage space, which was probably just enough for a few kind of text documents. Fast forward 20 years or so, and we have USB thumb drives that can hold 350,000 times more data. USB drives are almost too good to be true. They are small, they're inexpensive, they're highly portable, and they have massive storage capacity. So, small wonder that many IT workers are using them to store and transport files from one device to another. Unfortunately, these same characteristics that make USB drives so appealing also make them a real problem. And it's not just thumb drives as well that pose significant risk to an organization. SD cards, portable hard drives, and even mobile phones plugged into desktops can cause a lot of harm. So, what are the dangers of portable media? Well, the first and foremost is data loss. Portable media is designed to be small and compact, so you put sensitive data on it and then you lose them or they're stolen. And that's a very common problem that organizations face. There are also sources of infection. USBs can be plugged into a device and kind of programmed so that they automatically load malware such as viruses and keyloggers to record what you type, ransomware, rootkits, trojans, or even provide backdoor access into a computer system. And these devices are left in public spaces where they'll be picked up by the unwary. In one experiment, researchers from the University of Illinois left 300 unmarked USB flash drives around the university campus, and at least half of them were picked up and plugged in. Attackers also target large manufacturing companies and supply chains to infect new products that come onto the market and then which are kind of distributed to customers. Another problem with portable media is data exfiltration. If an attacker can physically access a computer system, they can download sensitive data directly onto the storage device. Even when a machine is turned off, the memory is still active for several minutes without power. And if an attacker can plug in a USB drive during that time, they can quickly reboot the system from the USB and copy the computer's memory. And that includes passwords, encryption keys, and other sensitive data. And the worst thing about that type of attack is the victim might not even realize that their computers have been targeted. So, how do we mitigate the problems of removable storage? Well, we've got to maintain antivirus. Antivirus software can automatically scan external storage devices for harmful malware before they're even used. But you've got to keep that antivirus software up to date so that it can identify and sanitize the latest threats. You should also disable auto run from your systems, and that will prevent malicious code on an infected item from opening and running automatically. You should also only allow pre-approved USB drives into your environment. So you purchase them from a secure vendor, and then you just don't let anything else be plugged into your work environment by employees. Maybe even color coding the USB drives that you use so they are instantly recognizable as yours or not yours. It's also a good idea to use mobile charging stations so staff don't charge mobile phones on desktop computers, because who knows what is being synchronized with their own private cloud storage or what kind of data they're downloading onto those mobile phones. You should definitely encrypt any storage device being used. Now, some of the more secure USB thumb drives will erase data when an incorrect password is entered multiple times. Otherwise, I strongly advise the use of AES encryption, because that's considered unbreakable. And then, last but not least, you should train your staff. You should train them to identify sensitive data so that they avoid storing that kind of information on portable media in the first place. It's also important to train staff to recognize how users are socially engineered to pick them up and plug them in. Finally, the most sophisticated thumb drives are designed to look and act like any other input device. And what I mean by that is they're designed and act to look like keyboards or mice when you plug them in. And in those kinds of circumstances, the antivirus software will really struggle to detect the malicious packages that have been installed on them.